As we know within anatomy, we are these series of X's, these crosses, these connections that run across our joints in segments to provide these spiral X's that run through our body. Examples being how the kind of lead hip connects into the trail shoulder and vice versa, then how the trail hip connects into the lead shoulder. So in this swing drill, we're starting to really explore in a very playful way, and certainly in a very, very powerful way. Often the experiences players have post-drill drill can be very, very evocative as far as then really encouraging good awareness connection around, for example, that kind of lead hip and that trail shoulder through back swing. So using the wall behind us, placing that kind of lead leg. So the knee is in kind of line with the hip joint, the ankle then sits beneath that knee, so that lovely kind of right ankle. Really keeping connection, really pushing the outside part of the foot, the knee and hip onto the wall. As you rotate back then with the back of the trail shoulder, then once again really push that trail shoulder actively onto that wall. So there's kind of 4 connecting points. As you'll see here, the kind of lead foot, pushing that lead foot actively back onto the wall. So that lead knee, pushing that knee again actively back onto the wall. The back of the hip, the pelvis, pushing the back of that lead hip once again onto that wall. And really actively using rotation to push that trail shoulder back on the wall. Then simply then put the head and neck, what would be, for example, almost kind of looking in the same direction as that lead knee points. Really hold that position really as long as you are comfortable. And once you've explored that for whatever time you're happy, then off the one and immediately start to make a few rotations. And in many ways, we almost get wound spirally or fascially into rotation. And a way then to really expand that, to really connect in more so that kind of trail shoulder, that lead hip. Once again, knee in line with hip joint, ankle under knee. Those 3 connection points are outside the lead foot, outside the lead knee, outside the lead hip. And the 4th connection point then being as we rotate that rib cage onto the back of the trail shoulder blade, actually add in then the kind of trail hands. There's actually 5 connecting points. Lead foot, lead knee, lead hip, trail shoulder, trail hand. You can almost say 6 if you include the trail elbow. All those 6 points are actively pushing as hard as we're able to back onto that wall as we hold that head and neck into that rotated position. So hold that position for as long as you're comfortable, through the foot, through the knees, through the hip, pushing onto the wall, through the trail shoulder, trail elbow, trail hand, pushing onto that wall. Really push back as hard and as actively, as expansive as we can. And once you've done that for, again, whatever time you're happy, then into that start position, just start to explore in a few back swings, and then really feel the awareness connection through how that lead hip moves and it spirals in to that trail shoulder. This is a really powerful way, certainly a very evocative way for many, to explore that external rotation through that lead hip, the control to the pelvis, the rotation to the rib cage, and then the connection up into that kind of trail scapula, trail shoulder.